to do military time. I was embarrassed. The Korean restaurant is open to the public. Just walk on in there and get you something to eat if you got it for it. I do not have enough right now, and I wouldn't eat there without David. But I can tell you I'm looking forward to us eating there at some point. Because walking in there, it appeared to be an older woman and her daughter. But I can't be sure. I'm just happy to see it looks like it's a home-cooked meal kind of place. And they did not have any takeout menus, but I did take a picture of the menu on the counter. They said they have some ordered, and I will check back in some point next week if we're not able to just go some point next week. My ear beeps, so I'm hoping y'all are able to hear me pretty well. And hell, just for anyone watching, I'll go ahead and make a short of the counter menu I took a snapshot of. Later, though. I like to collect enough pictures to at least be able to do a little short when I do them, you know? Oh, yeah. It's hot, y'all. I ain't even gonna fucking lie. It's fucking hot. You'd think that stripping out the work uniform and getting the shirtless, sleeveless beauty done would be the way. It really ain't. Also, it's clear, so it counts as healthy, right? Clear it. Yesterday, I had a terrible for-you drink from Dollar General that was 80 something. And yeah, I bought it for the bottle so that I could put water in it. But it wasn't bad. It was sort of like it tickled your throat kind of drink. This is not doing the same thing, but I can taste the sugar. I took a swig of it and it was, okay, I know what you are now. You're an energy drink for the people that have a weaker heart than me. You're just pure sugar with a bit of blue flavor in it. Hello again, FX Bite Edits. See, I wish y'all could like say your name and the phone could say it for me. Just that way I know I'm not butchering nobody's name. How's it going and welcome back? We're slowly making our way home. Now we're in the dead shot of it. It's just straightforward now. Straight through to you, Harley. And I even bought a beverage for the occasion. Normally I'd be on that side of the road. But seeing that the Korean restaurant was open, I couldn't resist running over to see if they had an available menu to run home with. They sadly did not. Plus side though, I managed to say hi to the people that own the place, I'm guessing, or at least the ones that run it. And it is a very lovely little place. Very, very homey sort of feel to it. Honestly, if it was closer, I'd say that'd be my normal Tuesday night. I partially blame it on the fact that after my grandmother died, I was raised on garbage food. But honestly, y'all, home-cooked meals are worth the price. I'll pay extra for home-cooked. I don't understand how people are spending. At this point, some almost spend $10 on a steak sandwich from where I work at. And they're spending $10 on something that I pulled out the freezer and made with spite on the flat top. It was basically cooked in my outright annoyance with them ordering something stupid. It was made with me being tired and not wanting to. But they yum that shit like it's fucking pig and slop. So, as long as someone's enjoying it, right? Honestly, the only ones that piss me off are the ones that want me to burn their food. Because for them, I'm just like, y'all, anyone can burn food. Why are you spending so much on food if you just want it burnt? Go home and burn your own food. It'll be cheaper that way. I somehow keep rolling the fucking dice and landing on the wrong side of the road. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. Because if they tell me to... there we go. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about, because if they tell me to cut, I will. I never want to be like that guy. Okay, that's a lie. I want to piss off fascists. It's like my favorite thing to do. Short of knocking their teeth out, my favorite thing to do is pissing them off. So, yeah, I get that. But working folks, nah, I never want to fuck with no working folks. And these fellas and ladies are burning up in the sunlight, so it's just very unpleasant out today. And I'm going to try not to make a nuisance of myself as I try to slip through. By the way, this is what I'm talking about when I say Georgia has a drinking problem. I see lots of cans. The red ones are Budweiser. The blue ones are Bud Light. I promise, I wish I could be making a Pepsi Coke thing now. I wanted to do that, but at this point it just depressed me because every can that I was picking up to dispose of, properly mind you, I take them to be recycled and or thrown out when I can. Recycled if I can, thrown out if I can't. But yeah, I was gonna like do a little thing of it, you know, sort them out at the trash can and be like, clearly you Harley's fucking alcoholic. Clearly you Harley has a drinking problem. Or at least half the people driving through it do. That's why I can't do nice, fun, kooky things for y'all. All I can do is report the bad news as it comes in and try to enlighten and make it a little better with thoughts that we've dealt with worse for longer. But I want to do kooky, fun things too, y'all. Hell, I've had that damn... Oh, what is it? I have stopped seeing it on shorts now. And my brain's cooking, so I'm losing, like, focus. Lonely, lonely. I've wanted to do that trend for so fucking long, but got no one to do it with. It's just depressing, is all. Okay, I think I'm gonna slip in and then just walk by the truck if they don't care. It's very hot today. That was a web. That was also a web. I can feel it on my arm here. That's bothersome. As long as I don't feel any movement, though, we're good. Howdy. Y'all stay safe out here. What y'all putting in here anyway? Is it going to be apartments or cut through? Huh?
Oh, it's not concrete right now, but yeah, apartments.
Sweet, thank you. I've been curious. I keep hearing all sorts of things. Thank y'all. Be safe. Okay, so we've heard it from them now. It's going to be like apartments. That's pretty cool. At least now we have an actual answer, but right now they're doing the concrete work, so hopefully here soon I won't have to do as dangerous a cut through. That'd be nice. Looks like they're busy on something. Looks cool too. I'm curious if they're going to do a path or if it's going to be waterways. I ain't going to mess up with a surprise because it's going to be cool whatever they're doing, I'm sure. I'm just going to cut straight through here. Sorry to bother you, gentlemen, just cut through. Nice fellas. Okay. Now we're just going to speedily get out of everybody's way here because, again, don't want to be a burden to nobody. That looked like sage. How's it going? Y'all try to stay cool out here as you can. It's a hot one. That's a pretty good paint job there. That is pretty fucking cool. I'm not usually one for cars, but that one's pretty cool looking. Oh good, y'all did get to see it, I hope. I just realized and I didn't know which way my camera was pointing because I was trying to be nonchalant and not bother nobody. Again, it's not that I'm concerned with recording folks at work, it's that I wouldn't want nobody recording me at work. So, you know, courtesy. Give me just a second to get through here and I'll check the chat, y'all. I just don't want to step off in a hole, and this is the area where I could, so. See all the caution tape? That's not there for funsies. All right, and dodge that. All right, now. Okay, how's everybody doing? Lee? All right, we're gonna cut through their little site just one more little half section again, only because the other side of the road is very dangerous, and I don't wanna. So we're gonna cut right along here, like we do going in, and we're just gonna keep our eyes peeled, because we do not want to delay these gentlemen in their work. I did not see any ladies with them today, but I know there are some on the construction site somewhere. Where the heck's my sweat rag at? There it is. That's just getting it without losing my wallet. We'll hear it if I lose the wallet, though. I'll make a distinctive clank. Also, I don't know if you're here yet, David, but if you're already in chat, I also picked up a card that has the nice lady's name and phone number. I can't read anything else on it, but it's a rather lovely card. And I was figuring if need be and the pictures don't work out, you could call them up and ask them menu pricing yourself. See, it don't seem like much, but it actually saved me a lot of hardship. Now we just got to make it through this hardship bit here. That is an American locust. Let's see if we can get a closer look. Do y'all see him? Because I can't see him on the camera. I see him, I just don't see him on the camera. Oh, there he is. And there he goes. We're going to go ahead and cut him off slightly so he goes back towards the construction site and away from the road. Remember, y'all, I try not to be a Steve Irwin, but the man had good chops. And yes, I cannot condone what Steve Irwin did in hindsight. At the time, I can't condemn him either, because if not for Steve Irwin, I can't say that I would have the love or passion I do for animals. I probably still would, I just wouldn't know how to express it. He was one of the first professionals I had ever seen that was like, oh yeah, and you ain't got to be scared of them, just respectful's all. Sorry for the Australians, sorry Australians, I will not do the accent again until I am better, I promise. I'm still working on it though, y'all. I do work on my accents when I can. I just also know that the difference between offensive and funny is how good you are at it. Boy. And as far as the American locust goes, that little fella you saw there, that's how you know they've been sprayed. Typically, these would bud into very large sunflowers and seed. But if you notice all the leaves drooping, that's a good sign that they've been sprayed by some form of pesticide. This is why I tell y'all that no matter how tempting the food you find on the roadsides might be, unless it's a roadside vendor selling you food, do not trust any food you find on the side of the road. Even wild grown berries might have been sprayed with pesticide. And I never want to hear about any of my followers or fans getting sick. I care about y'all. Like, as much as someone can parasocially care about y'all, I care about y'all. It's why when I tell you to do rebellious things, it's rebellious things like call the cops pigs. And, you know, make propaganda art that's anti-fascist, anti-stuff. But never put yourselves in danger, y'all. There have been too many martyrs. Until the Battle of Blair Mountain actually happens again, don't do that. That being said, I do wish the city would just invest 1/10 of what it does in its aggressive anti-nature thing, and instead invest in like housing first options, growing instead of grasses, put our plains back in place. Because if you could restore the natural prairie and grassland, nature itself will support life. Will it be fun? No. Will you be able to eat from your front stoop? Yes. Now, yeah, you'll still want to go get sugar. You'll still want additives to the shit. I'm not telling you to go live like a crunchy granola hippie. I'm just saying what we currently have is unsustainable, and there's a middle ground. We just got to get to getting before that middle ground is gone. And it is quickly getting to where it's going to be gone. Do I need to tell you why you should be worried about the AI bill that Trump is floating right now? They haven't passed it, but they're talking about pulling a Batman move. They're basically going to sync all camera systems and all surveillance systems onto one system. Now, yes, we already, in theory, have this with NORAD. It is the Navy, I don't know the proper name. Any military nerds or military people in chat that are able to talk about it, feel free. But NORAD or something of that nature, and it already does tap into all civilian recording equipment that is on a government setup. But what they're proposing to do is to overstep even that mildly aggressive measure. As in, if you're at the public library on their Wi-Fi, Uncle Sam can tap into the camera on your phone while you're on that Wi-Fi. And for the record, they've already tried it in several states like New York and in LA, and it has already been abused by cops stalking their exes. Because again, y'all, don't get me wrong, police are something that we need. We do need a branch of, hey, don't do that, asshole. But I feel like we really need to disarm them, give them better equipment for protecting themselves, and, diversify them. Because yes, there should be a trauma counselor going to each call that requires one. Right now, what I'm talking about isn't like cruel to police. In fact, in the end, it will make their job significantly better and easier to do. Because right now, we're expecting cops to be first responders. We're expecting them to be trauma experts. We're expecting them to be psychology experts. We're expecting them to be junior lawyers at the very least, because all the soft-sit nonsense they got to deal with. So it's like, no, it's too much. I get that. And I feel like we could easily make it better by giving them more people. I mean, there's a reason that when the ambulance pulls up, it isn't just some guy hops out the front, loads you in on a gurney, then hops back in the front to drive. There's a reason they tag team that shit. Sometimes even with 3 to 4 people if they're well funded. I haven't seen them be well funded often, always during Democratic times, but still. Sometimes 3 to 4 people if they're well funded. This is a natural washout. If I could find something to throw that wouldn't be garbage, I would. But it's about I'd say 12-foot drop. And then it falls to a natural muddy surface that's slick right down into the river below. The only reason I know that is if you were to jump into that one, you might hit a few tomato plants. I doubt it, as the turtles also come up here to feed, but maybe. Oi, oi. But yeah, y'all, we're almost to the halfway point. Damn, now I remember what I was gonna get, but I got distracted by trying to get the phone to work and the stream to go. I was gonna stop by Ingles since they have sunflower seeds for $3 for a 5-pound bag. And I was gonna basically take those sunflower seeds and as I walk, start spreading them out wild. For one, it'll feed the birds, but for two, if they haven't been irradiated, they'll grow wild flowers. It will help to feed other animals. Like I said, y'all, it's all about getting a return out of things. We claim to be stewards of this environment, and yet we leave it ravaged and dead. I mean, I've heard it said a constant, like a lot on the, well, I don't ever see any wildlife out here. Why don't I, they're moving it. Yeah, the reason that is right here. If they had creeping Virginia here, it would feed a lot of the river population. This crawling English ivy, however, does not feed many of the American insect life. And I get it, and bugs aren't fun. Bugs are itchy, bugs are bad, I get it. But here's the thing about ecological systems, folks. They build on each other. If you wipe out the insect life, well, then you're going to quickly stagger the fish life. Without fish, the things that feed on the fish go away. Without things that feed on the fish, the bigger predators go away. And eventually, you're left with this. Or occasionally you'll find an armadillo corpse or a possum corpse, but you won't find any real eco-diversity. And the best we got is the fish in the river, which with how many speedboats we let rip and roar through there, it's decimated their nesting grounds. Catfish can't make beds in shallow rivers where assholes want to throw water about. But what the fuck can we really do? I mean, I've got solutions, but none of them are good and none of them are really, what's the term? They're not good things to do. I would say things like take a rope, tie it from one side of the bank to the other, and put it roughly about, I'd say 4 feet or 5 feet off of where a standing point is. That way, when someone rip roars through there, it catches them right about the stomach and chest. But see, here's why I can't recommend that, because while that's hilarious and I would fully support that, what are the odds that there's a kid on the boat, not an adult, so what you expect to be a chest height is actually head height, and oopsie poops, we just killed a kid. See why vigilante shit isn't good? See why it's so hard? This is cool though. I believe this is a non-invasive, and it's a wild one from the prairie. It won't last long, but it might be able to drop some seeds before they harvest the field. But we'll see. This field is primarily used, I don't know why I'm in the fucking gopher hole section today. Normally I'm better at dodging them. But normally this field is used to make feed for animals. So typically they do a good job about keeping poisonous things and stuff like that out. Most of it is this blue something. I can't remember what it's called. It's not bluegrass, but it's something else. And then occasionally you'll find bits of alfalfa in here as well. I can't quite identify the plants yet by sight. I'm still working on it, y'all. You gotta own where your mistakes are and be comfortable not knowing some things. It's also why I don't eat things. Oh, I don't know if the camera's picking them up. There's about 3 to 4 dragonflies out there mid-field. Something neat about dragonflies. One, they're basically native about anywhere now, it feels like. At least anywhere other bugs are. Two, they are really cool in the sense that they chew their food, and they do eat mosquitoes and flies and the like. But they basically fly above it, catch it in their little handy grips, and then eat it. with their tiny little mouths. It's really neat. If you get the chance, look up dragonflies on YouTube sometimes. Oh, it's no worries, David. I was gonna let you know I took pictures of the Korean menu. They did not have any takeout menus as of yet, but they're eager to see us. They're finally open, and I let them know that we've been waiting for quite some time for them to open. I took pictures. I didn't catch the prices, mostly because my eyes weren't adjusted. And I also got a card from them, and I have a phone call coming in. Give me just a moment. All right, give me a moment. Let's see if we can all answer this. I'm live. I'm live and my camera is disabled. Weird. What? My camera got disabled because of company policy. That's weird. Well, y'all, without a camera, that's kind of the stream for the minute. I suppose. I thank y'all for coming out, and we will try to. But it might also just be that the phone itself is overheating. Either way, it was fun. I'm about 3 miles from the house, so we're still probably gonna do a video game stream today. It'll probably just be the one or the two, not, 2 or 3. Either way, if you can hear me, I very much appreciate y'all coming out. Sorry for all the technical difficulties. And we will catch you next time. Remember, friends and comrades, we endure and survive together. When in doubt, look for the ones helping and help the helpers. And above all else, help yourself so that you can help others. Don't put yourself out, because then you're going to burn out. And if you fall, who's going to take your spot? Take care of yourselves too, friends. We love you. We'll see you around. And like I said, we'll get the camera situation fixed up soon. Bye for now.